Well, I've just spent 6 hours nearly doing the big clean-up of the kitchen garden. I normally like to say that I spend about an hour a week on the kitchen garden, and I think I've probably done all of last month's, and certainly everything that I'll have to do till the end of winter now. So it's in pretty good shape. I'm quite pleased with it. I think I'll show you around. I think I'll quickly start with the greenhouse. So I've got my two trees in here, nectarine and apricot. Up on the top here I've got all of my super early strawberries, and got a few lettuces and spinaches and things like that up on the shelves. Down here I've got all my overwintering brassicas. I did a dedicated ceiling video just, I don't know, last week sometime, so I won't dwell on any of this. I've got all my lettuces for winter. Well, nowhere near all my lettuces for winter, but the ones that I need just to sort of get me through the middle of January when, you know, really lettuce quality is not very good on the allotment. Asian greens for salads, baby leaf, beetroot for salads, looking really nice now, and some bits of spinach and things like that. I always bring my red cabbages in because they start to go a bit mouldy outside, and my peas are coming on quite nicely, and just got my second succession germinated actually, and they're going to go in that corner there. I got a little bit of parsley in here, and that is pretty much it. So let's have a look outside. So I've done a lot of work outside, basically on the infrastructure of the garden. So swept everything up, got rid of all the leaves, you know, just giving it a really good clean up. And then I've watered it with, I don't know, Patio Magic or something like that, one of those algae killers, and brushed that in, and it's looking pretty good so far. I like to do a low dose of the algae killer, and I do it 3 times a year, and it basically keeps the patio pretty much completely free of algae. And I like to do that just because I don't like slipping. You know, when I'm running around in the garden, it's easy to slip on algae on this sandstone. So safety first in the garden. What have we got? We've got the raspberries down there, got the blueberries down here, and got my lamb's lettuce there. That's looking quite nice. I did have field beans in that bed down there, but the squirrels ate them all. So I've only got field beans on the allotment now. I've got more blueberries and gooseberries down here, and I've weeded all these pots and fertilised the gooseberries, but not the blueberries. I don't do that until spring, and I'll be top dressing all the pots with wood chips, which is what I do to try and keep the watering to a minimum, and the weeds to a minimum as well. So got a few bustles, did a bit of a clean up on the strawberries, sorted all the pots out, so all the containers, of which we've got a lot scattered around, all been reconditioned, and I've reconditioned them with Marshall's Organic Extra fertiliser and a handful of bloodfish and bone, and then I top dressed them with sterile compost to try and keep the weeds down. Got a little bed here of overwintering onions. Most of the overwintering onions are on the allotment, and then I've got my sort of second early strawberries down there. They need a bit of clean up, but there's no point doing it at this time of the year. It's best to do it in spring. Down here I've got all my colettes. I'm harvesting those now, but they don't really come into their own until next year, and hopefully we'll get a really nice flush of actual colettes on the stems. And then if you leave some of the colettes on, like on this plant for example here, where you probably won't get an enormous number of colettes in winter, but every little one of these nodes will burst into leaf in spring, so we'll get a really great leaf harvest off there. So some of them I just leave for that leaf harvest in spring. It means I don't need to have as much kale and cabbage and things like that, especially in early spring. And And down here, got some beetroot. Most of my beetroot is on the allotment, but I've still got a little bit here. I like to have a little bit of most things here, just in case of foul weather, and if I don't feel up to sort of harvest on the allotment. And I've also got some beetroot under the bench in the greenhouse, and that's in store in damp wood chips. I've left this little bit of spinach outside. I haven't even managed to take a single harvest off this, and it's the same spinach as I've got on the allotment, and I've just had like 10 harvests off that because it's under plastic. Makes such a difference. Got a little tree there, just one solitary little kale plant there, which is, I haven't got that much kale, so I'm keeping it. And reconditioned all these containers. I've got my green garlic containers all the way around the edge here, and that's where I put my tomatoes in summer, so they're all coming through. I've got some more really nice looking lamb's lettuce and some more lamb's lettuce, but that's interplanted with salad onions. And I have, in theory, weeded these beds, but still there's always a few that you miss. Can you see some of these leaves here have gone sort of yellow? They're the leaves that got mildew, and they just die off basically. So it's not much of an issue. And more lamb's lettuce here. I do have quite a lot of lamb's lettuce and claytonia as well, because it really makes a difference in bulking out the salad mixes. Again, in that difficult period through sort of January, early February, when really this is the only stuff that's got really good leaf quality, and the lettuce is not so much. A few more sprouts there, a very old cherry tree there, and just harvested everything out of all of these containers and popped some of my early red cabbages in there. We've got the grapevine down there, which needs a bit of a prune, but that's a job for another day. So I think that's everything kind of that's going on in the kitchen garden. It's looking pretty good. Quite happy with it. I just like it, everybody says, oh, it's really neat and tidy. It is neat and tidy, and that just makes it so easy to look after. For me, the priorities in the kitchen garden are safety for me and the grandkids running around, low maintenance, an hour a week maximum, and just look nice and neat and tidy, especially at night. You can see all my lights coming on now. It's just starting to lose the light now at 3 o'clock, and productive. So, and sort of, like simple beauty is what I'm all about. On the drive, just tidied this up as well. So I've got my plum tree, apple tree, cherry trees down there. I've just taken that tree out and taken it to the allotment. I'm starting to move more of my trees to the allotment, the ones that are in good condition, and that was a job and a half getting that out, but it's out and it's in. I'm really happy with that. And then my yacon are in these tubs here. Most of it's harvested, to be honest, my yacon. But I thought I'd just leave a few in tubs for a harvest in early spring. And these are the potatoes for spring in all these tubs here, and one more yacon. And that's it. Got loads of stuff in the store, but I'll not show you that because I did a video about the store not long ago, but it's all looking okay. So I think with that, so I hope you like this quick video. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.